Both sides on the news are tonight. Vani Tripathi Tikku, National Secretary of the BJP. Harun Yusuf, Congress leader. Shazia Ilmi, earlier with the Aam Aadmi Party. She's a former founding member of the Aam Aadmi Party. She's no longer with them like so many others. Karan Singh is a senior volunteer of Awam. That's the Aam Aadmi Party Volunteers Forum. That's one forum that Arvind Kejriwal now wants to also close down because he doesn't like any criticism. Pankaj Gupta, General Secretary of the Aam Aadmi Party. It's good to see an AAP leader on Times Now. It's a rarity these days because whenever we criticize the Aam Aadmi Party, they boycott us. Professor Kamal Mitra Chenoy, however, doesn't. He's also a leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. And Ajay Bose, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of time. Let's go straight into the debate. Pankaj Gupta, सवाल आपका मेरा आपसे ये है कि आम आदमी पार्टी टूट क्यों गई? Why did the Aam Aadmi Party break up? Is it because of arrogance? Is it because of immaturity or what? And second question to you is, when the media used to question the Aam Aadmi Party, then Arvind Kejriwal would say that when I come to power, I'll send all these media persons to jail. And the media used to criticize the Aam Aadmi Party. Then he used to say that all these channels, they take money in the form of checks from parties. I'm sure you can't say that about your own leaders. You can't say they are taking money. You can't say you'll put them in jail. What are you going to do with them? Will you throw them out?
So let us take one question after that.
Take the second question
the
first.
First question. You want me to take the second question first?
Yes.
Okay. So you say that we used to criticize media, now what would you do, right? So we used to criticize media based on certain issues and which were very clear that why we said those issues, why we took up those issues, and it was very clear for everyone to see what happened.
What is clear?
So I do not want to get into that.
No, why don't you want to? I want to get into it. Because, you know, isn't it true that the media also raised these questions, that is Arvind Kejriwal too arrogant? Does he not say he's the main voice which represented the party? Is there not a fight within your party on whether or not you'll fight the elections in Haryana now? Are those people who are saying there's a difference of opinion, are they also taking money from someone, Mr. Gupta?
So are you saying that there cannot be any difference of opinion?
Of course there can be.
Difference of opinion.
Of course there can be.
And we have a lot of difference of opinion.
But who does Kejriwal consult? Who does Kejriwal consult?
So let me tell you then. We, even on the issue of Haryana election which you just raised,
yes,
we had discussions over more than 2 days with 40 of our national executive members sitting together.
Right.
Can you really think of any other party being able to do that?
Really?
We took that decision.
And what about the difference of opinion between Yogendra Yadav and Arvind Kejriwal on the subject? Is it not a known fact that Kejriwal had decided that the AAP will not contest seats in Haryana? The fact of the matter is Yogendra Yadav brought to light. Yogendra Yadav said, and you can't say, you'll put him also in. Yogendra Yadav said that the decision is despite 95% of the volunteers in Haryana wanting elections in the state, irrespective of the opinions of people around him, Mr. Gupta. This is just another instance which proves that the AAP is ruled by one man's voice. That one man is Arvind Kejriwal.
The decision to not fight the elections in Haryana was taken by the National Executive. National Executive is the supreme body to take any decision about any policy of the party.
And who manages the National Executive? What about the Haryana State Unit, which according to Yogendra Yadav had decided against contesting? 95% of volunteers in your party wanted to fight the elections. Who runs the National Executive?
National Executive is run by the people chosen by the volunteers.
People chosen by volunteers or people chosen by Arvind Kejriwal? Right. Let's get another view. Let's get a second view tonight.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we'll come in. We'll take a second view at this stage. Is it so democratic as it's being made out to be? Who wants to go in next? I think I'll get Vani Tripathi Tikku, who's also been observing what's happening. And Shazia Ilmi actually knows the inside story well. Yes, Vani.
Well, Arnab, it's a very sad day for the democracy of the country that the party which was the harbinger of morality, justice, ethics, public probity is facing such dire questions in front of its own organization. And the Aam Aadmi Party today stands for a Akela Aadmi Party, literally. the fact that this was the party which was constantly talking, I mean, not just through the national elections, also during the Delhi elections. And let me remind you, a panel on which I was before the Delhi elections happened, on your panel, Arnab, and en masse, every single media person was emotional, was passionate about the existence of a party which was probably an alternative, which was seen as literally the harbinger of public probity, a harbinger of, justice and democracy in this country. And when you see its condition today, whether it's a Yogendra Yadav and my dear friend Shazia, who spent hours and hours debating on news channels how it was important that, a judicious system, public probity, democracy, needs to be, it needs to be protected, it needs to be preserved, and a people's movement which finally turned into agitational politics. That is what the Aam Aadmi Party is facing today. And also it's a sad day for the democracy of the country, because the governance structures of the country have been decimated by the drama which Mr. Arvind Kejriwal did of 49 days of being in power, not being in power, protest, not protesting. And today we are left high and dry without a government in Delhi and the LG. And we are waiting for the LG's verdict. What is going to happen in Delhi next?
So, Shazia, you concede Vani Tripathi's point. What she's saying is you should have seen the writing on the wall. But when we asked the questions, Shazia, to be fair, you too went and lunged after the media. In April 2014, you said, Shazia, I don't think Arvind Kejriwal has acted in haste by resigning from the post of Chief Minister on the issue of Jan Lokpal, as I was party to the decision and it is our major issue. Today, Shanti Bhushan says the decision was a sign of immaturity. He should have consulted experienced people before taking that decision. You were part of the Arvind Kejriwal coterie, then you agreed with him, you went out of the coterie, you disagree with him. Is this what you promised to the people of this country? You will replace one party's coterie with your own? Would you at least admit that you too were swayed, that you were doing the wrong things till a few months back, that you didn't see the reality, Shazia? You weren't open to suggestions, Shazia.
Well, definitely, and I'll be as honest as is possible, and I will not mince my words because I never have. I would concede and concur with most of what Vani said, and I did have serious issues with the lack of probity, with the lack of inner party democracy, with the lack of transparency, with the building up of cronyism and coterieship in the party, and I did protest against it inside the party. Pankaj Gupta would know this very well, that I've raised these issues in the National Executive Committee. I'm sure my objections would be registered in the minutes there. Let me finish. And I really feel if there's a fight between the cult and the cause, most of us are with the cause. And I think Shanti Bhushan's opinion is just not a mere opinion. It's an opinion of a very senior leader, of a very seasoned leader, of a very concerned citizen, just like many volunteers and myself included feels likewise. I think it's important because ours was a party which stood for transformation. We spoke about Swaraj. We spoke about transparency. We spoke against the party high command culture. And if we are seen doing the same thing, it does not augur well. It seems deceitful. And these are exactly the reasons on which, Arnab, if you remember, I resigned. I resigned.
You played it down.
Of course, I did that after the elections.
You played it down.
But I too suffered at the hands of the
you played it down, Shazia. I want to be completely fair tonight. You played it down, Shazia.
In a dignified way. I didn't want to trash.
I find it very interesting that when the media asked you the question about internal rift, you played it down and you said there's no reason for rebellion in the AAP. But when it came to an individual decision right after the Lok Sabha elections, then the AAP loses its internal democracy. Your criticism can be seen as opportunism, Shazia. In any case, I want to open up this debate, so I want to tell the panelists, I want to tell Karan Singh, Kamal Mitra Chena, Ajay Bose and Harun Yusuf that you are free to come to the debate at any point of time.
Yeah, but one sentence. You must allow me one sentence, edgeways. The only point, if I'm going to be accused of opportunism, let me tell you, fair and square, I joined this movement. It was not even a party. A party was not even a thought. It was not even a figment of anybody's imagination. It is people like Pankaj Gupta who came in when it became a party. I have been part of the Anna Hazare Andolan in India against corruption. I did not even know that I would get a ticket, and I also took a ticket when nobody was taking their chances. So surely I cannot be accused. I left my job way back. So
well,
I cannot be accused of the same.
No,
of opportunism.
Pankaj Gupta, सारी बातें तो आज निकल रही हैं पंकज गुप्ता, सारी बातें निकल रही हैं और I find it very interesting, Mr. Gupta, कि आप तो कुछ बोल भी नहीं रहे response पे. Vani Tripathi wants to come to the debate. Harun Yusuf, Kamal Mitra Chana, Ajay Bose, and Karan, please feel free to come in. Yes. I think I see two hands go up there. Harun Yusuf wants to say something to you. Yes, Harun Yusuf. After that, Kamal Mitra Chana. Yusuf ji of the Congress.
What we had been saying for the last 8-9 months, it has been proved that he does not believe in democracy. He is a dictator. He lives in real life, not real life, because he is inspired by a film called Nayak, which he has seen 70 times, and he does not see the ground reality. When he resigned from Delhi, he was accusing everybody while he did not consult anyone. For everything he used to go for referendum. He just took a decision by all himself, and he went and resigned after 49 days. Because the way we gave him the chance to have this government in Delhi, we thought that maybe he had something better in abilities and he will be able to fulfill those promises. But the way he ran away, it has been proved that he does not believe in democracy. He has his own whims and fancies on which he wants to work.
Yes, but you know, anyway, you used him. I don't know what you're complaining about. You used him. You used him and he allowed himself to be used. Harun Yusuf ji.
We never met Kejriwal.
Harun Yusuf ji, सच बोलिए आपके और अरविंद केजरीवाल के बीच में जिस तरह की मिली भगत थी, सारे दुनिया को पता है उसके बारे में. Don't conceal it. आज तो बातें बाहर निकल आ रही है. Vani Tripathi wants to come back to the debate. I think she's countering Shazia. Vani Tripathi. After that, Kamal Mitra Chanoy, the big debate on the news hour tonight. The Aam Aadmi Party broken up, as I began the news hour by saying whatever is left of it has broken up. Vani's countering. Who are you countering? Vani.
Arnab, there are two very important situations that the Aam Aadmi Party is faced with. Number one, मैं गुप्ता जी से जरूर पूछना चाहती हूं क्योंकि वो डिफेंड कर रहे हैं केजरीवाल जी को. बिल्कुल उनकी पॉलिटिकल कंपल्शन है कि उन्हें डिफेंड करना है. लेकिन गुप्ता जी एक बात बताइए कि जो आपकी सरकार 49 डेज तक रही, क्या आपकी जिम्मेदारी नहीं थी कि आप एक चलती हुई सरकार को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करके यू आर लेटर रिग्रेटिंग इट?
Yes.
Arvind Kejriwal ji later regrets it and he said, oh my God, this was a decision I should not have taken. And to the Congress party, that the very people's movement which led the biggest anti-corruption drive against your government, I mean, was it morally correct on your part to actually join hands with them for a few seats and come into power? और गुप्ता जी एक और बात बताइए, शांति भूषण जी आपके मेंटोर हैं, मार्गदर्शक हैं, वो फाउंडर हैं. अगर वो आंतरिक जनतंत्र नहीं होने की बात करते हैं तो क्या is it not your responsibility that you actually answer it with honesty in your heart?
Responses? Who would respond? Let the Aam Aadmi Party respond.
क्या जनतंत्र बहुत ही कठिन शब्द है आपने जो इस्तेमाल किया है. शांति जी हमारी हर मीटिंग के एक पार्ट रहते हैं. हम उनकी हर बात को सुनते हैं, लेकिन ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जब कोई जनतंत्र में हो तो जो बात, अगर आप किसी भी मीटिंग में बैठे हैं, कोई भी डिसीजन ले रहे हैं, उसके कई पक्ष हो सकते हैं. देयर आर मल्टीपल पॉसिबिलिटीज एंड इट इज एब्सोल्युटली नॉट नेसेसरी दैट एवरीथिंग व्हिच वन सेज will have the final word.
Now that's a new line.
Party.
That's a new line. I want to translate for the now this is a new approach of the Aam Aadmi Party.
लेकिन गुप्ता जी, no.
Let's go back to English, please.
Just add one more thing, Arnab.
Vani, yes, go back to English.
This was the same. This was the same party. Just This was the same party. This was the same party. This was the same. Wait a minute.
Let me complete your first.
No, Mr. Gupta, just one thing. One very small rebuttal. No, you will complete. Just one small rebuttal. You were the one who was actually calling other parties autocratic, including mine, number one. You were calling it personality driven, number two. And the most important members of your party, Shazia Ilmi is on the debate. She was the media face of the party.
Yes. Ran 2 difficult elections for you. Shanti Bhushan ji was a mentor of your party. Yogendra Yadav is a known cephalogist and he joined you. I mean, these people were just some people. Where is Kumar Vishwas
they are coming
today?
Out in the open and talking about you, and You were blaming other party. You were blaming other parties of autocracy, of not being democratic,
Absolutely.
of not having probity. I mean, what happened to you after all?
I would like to get a response at this stage from Kamal Mitra Chenoy. Kamal Mitra Chenoy, why are you tagging along? Why are you still tagging along with something which you know goes against the very thought process with which you launched the Aam Aadmi Party? Do I have to read to you what you had promised about political decentralization and what high command culture you now set up? Are you not worse than 10 Janpaths and all the Modi Bhakts put together?
It's an important question.
Aren't you?
Listen, first thing I'd like to say is, Arnab, give me a chance. The first thing I'd like to say is that the Aam Aadmi Party is neither broken up nor broken down.
Of course.
That is your imagination.
Of course. You'll say last man standing.
Secondly,
Arvind Kejriwal and his yes men will still be the Aam Aadmi Party.
You will find that Mr. Shanti Bhushan, the kind of eminent lawyer he is, will correct his statements because he knows as a lawyer, as a jurist, that you should give the accused a chance to answer before you condemn him. And of course, he hasn't condemned Arvind, but he has said things about him which he should have discussed in the party.
Mr. Chenoy.
Number two, Arnab, look at our record. We may not have won all those seats, but we won 7 second positions in the Lok Sabha elections in Delhi.
Sir,
which is far from what this Congress gentleman could even dream of.
Sir, you have forgotten everything.
When we make mistakes.
But
when we make mistakes.
You have forgotten everything what you used to say you stand for.
Arnab, listen to me. Arnab, give me a minute.
I am listening. I am only making an observation.
The thing is, no, but we in the Aam Aadmi Party, we apologize for our mistakes.
Sir!
Why did Arvind Kejriwal apologize for his mistakes? Sonia Gandhi never apologized.
You keep on apologizing on everything.
So don't.
When Kumar Vishwas was going, you apologized. When Yogendra Yadav issued a statement against Kejriwal, you again apologized. You keep on apologizing. What will happen to the polity? What will happen to the people of Delhi and the people who have supported Aam Aadmi Party?
The people of Delhi will be liberated from the Congress. So from 44 MPs, they'll go down to 2 MLAs.
I hear you tonight.
Time is coming. And more importantly, they will find an alternative. There is an alternative now, which did not exist earlier.
Okay,
so
I invite
went to the Lieutenant Governor.
I invite, 1 second, 2 people who have not spoken.
Giving him letter.
No, 1 second. Harun Yusuf ji, 2 people have not spoken. One is Ajay Bose, who rarely stays quiet till so long into the debate. But anyway, he's being very polite tonight. Maybe it's because he's also at some level a supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Everybody is shouting.
The other person is Karan Singh.
No, let me.
Okay, Ajay Bose. Which side are you on?
Can I make 2 quick points? The first point I want to make, although you're perfectly right, I personally feel that the Aam Aadmi Party, which pretended to be completely different from all other parties, is basically shown that they have one very, very powerful leader who has some very close people to him, and therefore that is how they run the party. But the second point is, it's certainly not broken up, it's certainly not broken down, and let me ask the BJP and the Congress, why are they so afraid of the Aam Aadmi Party then? Why are they running away from elections?
Ajay, diversionary tactic.
We want to expose you.
Why are they running away from elections?
Now we want to expose you. That's why
if
now the reality is coming out.
The BJP should sweep. The BJP should sweep. The BJP should sweep. And Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal finished.
Classic.
Don't fool the people.
So this is a perfect time.
A classic round of 1 second. I think a classic round of covering fire given for the Aam Aadmi Party by the very respected Ajay Bose. The Aam Aadmi Party does not, Pankaj Gupta does not appear sure of what he's saying, but Ajay Bose certainly does. Karan wants to come in. 1 second. One second. Karan wants to come in. Karan is also being, Arvind Kejriwal is trying to ensure that Karan's AVAM, I think it's the Aam Aadmi Party Volunteers Forum or something to that effect, is also being stifled. Karan, what's your experience?
जी, मुझे लग रहा है कि हम जो बात कर रहे हैं वो इंटरनल पार्टी डेमोक्रेसी की बात कर रहे हैं, और जो मुद्दा उठाया गया था वो पार्टी के अंदर वॉलंटियर्स को रिकॉग्निशन देके उनको एम्पावर करने का था। क्यों रेफरेंडम को रोकने की कोशिश की गई?